Alright, let's do the digital root calculations before I make the decision here, just so I don't pick the wrong one. I feel like at least one of these options is a no-go, but we'll see. I'm gonna need a calculator outside of the game, by the way, because I don't think you can calculate here, which is weird. I've been trying, but the options button's the button to bring that option and the rest of the menu up, but that's just not an option during these choices, so... Unless I can press it right now while I'm in here. No. So, I'm gonna do the digital root calculations here on my calculator on my computer, if I need to. But this first one I won't need to, because it's easy for me. I know all of these are easy for a lot of people, probably, but ADHD, man. If anyone else here really does have ADHD, you know. Because it's an executive function disorder. That's what it really is. A huge part of executive function is this kind of logical stuff. But regardless, I'm just going to verify all these will work. I have a feeling that the way this is set up, they all will, but I'm not sure. So, Ace and Clover, 1 plus 4 is 5. And if we add ourselves, Junpei, 5. 5 plus 5 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1, so yes, that would work. And so 7 and Lotus requested door 2. 7 plus 8 plus 5 equals 20. And the digital root of that is 2, so yes. I guess the reason this is set up this way is because all of them do work, but I'm gonna make sure, because earlier there's been options that don't work. Santa in June requested door 6. 3 plus 6 is 9, plus 5 is 14. I can do that in my head, good. Then 1 plus 4 equals 5. I don't think that's gonna work, let me make sure. He is 3, right? I think so. Because there's Ace... Snake's gone. Clover, Junpei June, 7, Lotus, Ninth Man is dead. Yes, so he is 3. They're gonna have to be split again, because yeah, 6 is not gonna work here at all, because the digital root of 6, 5, and 3 is 5, not 6. So, my options are really option 1 and 2 from what I know. I won't choose the third one because I'm pretty sure, if I did the math right, and I'm pretty sure I did, that that's not an option here, actually. But I wonder what would happen if he did choose door 6 and they'd have to redo this whole thing. But, man, I love Lotus, but her and 7 butting heads... You know what? It's gonna be comical, but I also don't really like her beating him up and all that. But also really likes... I really like Lotus now even more. And then Ace and Clover... are going to be awkward, but I think it's going to be less so, because Ace might have a head to talk to Clover, too, but I like them, but I just, honestly, Lotus and 7 are 2 of my favorite characters, and even though they're going to butt heads, I kind of find the dynamic funny. I also find some questionable things about it, but I enjoy it mostly. I'm going to go with option 2.
My choice is door 2.
Santa was unconvinced.
Hey, wait a minute there. You cheating?
Cheating?
I'm asking if you changed your number after you heard what doors we wanted.
How could I do that? I wrote it down on the paper earlier.
Let me see that.
Sure, here.
Junpei shrugged and handed it to him. Santa examined it furiously. The others peered at it as well. As they did, Junpei quickly slipped the piece of paper he'd been hiding into his pocket. Although he'd never know it now, Santa had been justified in his suspicions. Junpei had switched the papers.
I had 3 pieces of paper ready.
For doors 1, 2, and 6.
And I put the one with door 6 on it into the pot.
He put a small mark on it so he would know which one was his.
I just needed to make sure I drew last. After I saw everyone else's result, I just chose whatever door I wanted. If the number I'd already put in matched, then I didn't have to switch the paper out.
Well, what does it say?
He fought the urge to smirk.
You got lucky.
Yeah, he did, actually. Because what if someone noticed? Santa snorted and tossed the paper aside, frustrated. Oof. I'm not too fond of we as the protagonist are just gonna trick people, but maybe it's because I chose the option earlier where he's like, yeah, it could be one of us. Maybe he wouldn't do this if he chose the other one.
So we know who's going through door 2. It'll be me, Lotus, and Junpei.
Simple as 8 plus 5 equals 20.
The only problem's the other 2 teams.
June and I want door 6.
Clover and I choose door 1.
That's not good. We can't open either of those doors with only 2 people.
Everyone was silent. And suddenly Clover spoke, her face blank and cold.
Why don't Santa and June go into door 1 with Ace?
Okay, so...
Huh?
Well...
They looked at one another. 3 plus 6 plus 1 equals 10. 1 plus 0 equals 1. Only spoke.
Then what will you do, Clover?
I'll be waiting at the stairs. You guys are coming back here, right? That's what 7 was saying, wasn't it?
That had been what 7 had said.
We aren't going to be split up permanently till we find door 9. We might get separated for a little while, but we'll see each other again. Otherwise, we won't be able to open door 9. That's how the Nonary game works.
I'm sorry, but I just want to be by myself for a while.
Yeah, I don't blame her after this, but I have a feeling she's gonna do something drastic.
You understand, right?
There was no emotion on her face, but it was drawn and pale, and her eyes were red. No one had the heart to contradict her. The room grew very quiet. Silence drifted down over everything like a blanket of fresh snow. It was Santa who finally spoke.
Alright, I'm going through door 1. That alright with you, June?
Yes.
June nodded.
Well, we'll be going then.
Let's move too.
Yeah.
Right. Let's go.
And just like that, their paths were set.
I won't see June for a while, but this was my choice. I'm just going to have to suck it up. Seven said we'd all see each other again, and I'm going to believe that.
Aw, he took strength from that thought. I'm sure June is having a
The other group went to 8
similar
to
thought
go
process.
through door 1.
I'm pretty sure either way, like, June was not possible to be in the same group, right? Or maybe it was if we did choose that third one, they could have jiggered out a way for that, but I don't know, I'd have to do a bunch of calculations in order to see if that was even possible in any way. I have a feeling it might not be, for thematics.
Clover joined them. Our group is on our way too. We're heading to the bottom deck using the elevators. I wonder what we'll find down there.
They stepped off the elevator and headed for door 2.
We ready?
Yeah, anytime.
I'll go first.
One by one, they put their palms on the recognition device and 3 asterisks blinked to life on its screen.
Let's go!
The door opened, and they leapt inside. This game is
Where the hell
really...
is it this time?
This game is really, really engaging to me. I'm gonna split it into a lot of parts, so it won't really matter for you guys, but I think I'm gonna play this game a lot today. Hell yeah.
I don't see it!
Oh, there it is! It's right there!
Fortunately, it took them only moments to find the dead. It had been placed just inside of the room, right next to the numbered door. They gathered around it and quickly scanned each of their bracelets. Man. Seven's big. His hand is just fucking... man. Which is kind of hilarious. He seemed to have let Lotus kind of beat him up a bit, or maybe they were actually fighting, but it didn't seem like that. I don't know.
It stopped.
Yeah, it stopped.
Junpei could feel his heart pounding against the inside of his ribs. Seven and Lotus were breathing hard and fast.
Man, I'll never get used to that.
I'm not sure it's something I'd want to get used to. We should finish this game before imminent death becomes a normal thing.
Damn right.
Alright.
Junpei looked around again.
This hallway's pretty short, but it's got 5 doors.
Damn right and damn straight are like the freaking catchphrases of this game. Sort of like, for real in Persona 5.
3 on the left.
And to a lesser extent, 4 and 3. I've definitely heard for real a lot in that series. / Reddit.
And only 1 on the right.
Don't forget the last one at the end of the hall.
But it's got a metal plate over it, so I doubt we're gonna get anywhere that way.
After taking a look around the room himself, Seven spoke.
Alright, let's get started. I think we'd probably better split up. You two okay with that?
Yes, no problem.
Sure thing.
Then I'll take this first one.
Seven nodded to them and stepped into the room closest to him.
I'll try the one next to it.
At last, Junpei was left alone.
Well, I guess I'd better get started too.
He looked intently at the remaining 3 doors. So that means we have 3 doors and they have 2. They each have 1. Because we're the player, we gotta have increasing challenge for our video game or whatever. Confinement room, front hallway. Confinement room, that doesn't sound good. Okay, so these are the doors we were left with. I guess their doors are this way? There's also that door, but I doubt that's openable. Emergence. There are a bunch of tiles on the door that spell out emergence. Emergence. Maybe it means we need to emerge out of here. Is this Lotus's room? No, this is okay, this is the start of our 3 rooms. Alrighty. There's a dirty blanket on the bed. Man, this is a mess. It's not even a bed anymore. Can't say I want to sleep there. Okay, so it's interesting how they're both entities in Junpei's exploration, even though they should be exploring 2 different rooms. Actually, wait, no. No, this is his room, so we're exploring all 3 of them, I guess. I don't know. But there's like 3 more doors. I don't know, man. Anyway. I think I'm gonna need this tube. Well, this part is thinner than the rest. Wait, what? Wait a minute. Screwdriver shaft. Ah. Hey, there's a screwdriver shaft. It's missing a handle, though. Even if we run into a screw it fits, we're gonna have a hard time of it without a handle. If I handle it, maybe it'll do us some good. Looks like the rod comes out easily enough, but I don't think the rest of it is going anywhere. Alright. Hey, this handle's pretty loose. Loose? You think it'll come off if you pull on it? Ah! And look at this, the handle doesn't really fit on the string. It wasn't meant to be attached to it. Yep. I think. Bam! So if I just stick this metal rod into the handle. There we go! Bam! Thank God it's the right kind of screwdriver for that screw. Wait, what screw? What screw? Screwdriver looks like soldering iron. You think it's some kind of sort of industrial grade screwdriver? Oops, guess that's something. That's something I accidentally skipped. Whoops. Got this thing. We can unscrew any Phillips screws we run into. Yep, because that's definitely a Phillips head. Phillips head screwdriver with a long rod. Should deal with any Phillips screws we run into. I wonder why they're called Phillips screws. Is that maybe the guy that invented them? Like the last name of the guy that invented them? Oftentimes that stuff is named like that. By the way, I've kind of not been paying attention to our pathing. So we're here. I have a feeling we might reach a bad end here, because it makes more sense for, like, I don't know, the true ending to be down here or something? I don't know. We'll see. Oh boy. But yeah, we're definitely approaching the end game here, but I doubt this is like a real ending here. But yeah, I'll definitely be going through several playthroughs, and I'll just cut out anything that I know I've gone through before. Whenever we get something new, I will be recording that, and that's how I'll do the rest of the routes. The hell's this supposed to be? Like a drawing of a whirlpool or something? Well, if I had to guess, I'd say it's trying to look like water. And kind of like a spring. Wait a minute. There's a tile stuck in the drain. Little tile and drain. We're gonna be able to pull it out here. Use our heads on this one. Alright, let's figure this thing out. The tile stuck in the drain. There's no way we're gonna be able to pull it out. Oh, looks like the water doesn't work. So how about 7 turns that thing? No water's coming out. So would have been shut off from somewhere else? What's that? Tile stuck in the drain. I don't think the bed has anything. I have a feeling we're gonna have to search all the rooms. Oh! I definitely have not... There's gotta be something on that desk, like in that drawer. Maybe. Probably. This chair's pretty old. If 7 sat on it, it'd probably break. Huh? You say something? Nothing at all. Not calling you fat or anything. Please don't destroy me with one fucking flick. Ah, yeah. I'm not even gonna look at this drawer. I'm just gonna... Bam. Thing's really simple. Is it really a desk? Well, of course it's going to be simple. It's probably like that so we don't try and use this part of the puzzle, right? Probably use a desk to write letters to your family or something, but this is a boat. The only thing they used it for was eating off of. Okay, it looks like I'm going to have to look at the drawer. Before I can... I'm not really fond of... You should be able to, like, immediately go to the screws, in my opinion, if I was designing this, but... Something up with this drawer, I don't trust it. There we go. Sweet, got the screws off. Now we can open the drawer. There's nothing in here. What? Well, maybe the drawer is what we need. Drawer, huh? Alright, so yank the thing out. Nothing on it, or... bump on the back. Maybe. I don't know what it's for. There's a hole somewhere, and these bumps line up with it and trigger a hidden switch or something. You're seeing weirder stuff. Doesn't seem that far-fetched. I don't think whatever we need the drawer for is in here. I think it's gonna be in another room. Have we seen the toilet? Okay, yeah. I'm glad we looked. This has got to be important for something, too. A symbol on toilet lid, huh? Seems a little fishy to me. It's a sun symbol. It doesn't look like the ones on the doors. At least you could bring yourself to touch it. This toilet's pretty nasty to begin with. The inside's even worse. There's no way nastier stuff out there, though. There's no way nastier stuff out there in the world like a gross toilet. You're a real deep thinker, you know. I think he's like a cop or a detective, so he's seen some really nasty stuff because of just how those jobs are. I bet he's a detective, I would think. Makes the most sense with stuff he's been talking about. Cop is very possible too, I would say. That door opening sound, what? Okay, there's another water symbol on the mirror. Somebody made wavy blue lines on this mirror with blue paint. That drawing of a blue scarf? No, a waterfall, I think. That's, yeah, the sink does different. Wait a minute. There's no knob on this faucet. There's no way we can get water out of it like this. If we can find a knob or something that'll work as one, then we should be able to get water coming out of this thing. So these sinks are on opposite sides of this wall, right? It's not just the sinks. Everything's opposite, like a mirror image. So that's normal if you're both using the same water pipes, right? But I think it's relating to the game. Drain's kind of a weird shape for a drain. You think they made it that shape for a reason, or just for fun? Yeah, Zero made it that way for a reason. Ah! A towel with the... Wait a minute. There's the whirlpool. Well, it looks like a towel. I have to wonder if the design means anything. I think so. Should consider what the design might be. Perhaps that'll give us a hint. Yeah, I'm thinking you need to make the water flow, and then it'll pop the tile out. And then for some reason, the water needs to be in that sink, and I'm not sure why. Something like that, or maybe the opposite? By the way, I feel like this blanket's a little bit... But it's cold. Pretty sure you'd freeze to death in the winter. No kidding. If I tried to sleep here, my skin would dry out in no time. It's not like you're young anymore. That should... Oh my god, why does everyone keep doing that? When she literally tried to kill Seven because of it. Or at least she seemed very adamant about it. And started beating him up. My Junpei, aren't you lucky? It seems you'll die before you have a chance to grow old and hideous. I'm sorry, you're right. Dry skin is a woman's worst enemy. Apparently, at least for her. But honestly, I feel like she's just very vain. And that's a lot of her issues. And honestly, like, I don't know, like, all of these assumptions about women, I don't really like it. Like, there's a lot of Japanese stuff like that. I'm not sure why. There's just a lot of Japanese stuff that has extreme assumptions about women. At least what I feel like are. Like, all women absolutely hate having dry skin more than anything else. Like, I don't know about that, man. But I'm not a woman, so I don't know. But regardless, bed looks even sadder without the pillow. So, it's still a terrible bed. Never sleep on a bed like that. I don't think any of us could sleep right now if we wanted to. Well, unless you did something like Seven did earlier, or not Seven. Unless you did something like Ace did earlier, but yeah. I don't think you'd want to do that anyway. Except if you're Ace and you had whatever reasons he had, because I'm not even sure what those were. Just hanging from the wall. Well, for pulling the string, it must be a toilet to flushes. Okay, that's what that's for. I didn't know. Okay. So instead of having a... Yeah, there's no handle on the lid, so that must be how the toilets flush. Interesting. Paper seems to be pretty old. Ew, how can you touch that? It's horrible. Well, it's not like I really got a choice, do I? It's not like I want to. I've used toilet paper? Well, it's old. But I grossed me out. There's nothing special about it. Okay. So that one doesn't have anything special. Neither does the, and there's a half moon. A moon? What a filthy, disgusting moon. It's pretty filthy, but it's a precious hint. Let's remember it, right? Refuse to touch this, I refuse. What the hell's wrong with you? I want to touch it ever. Yeah, she's just... dirty things. That was disgusting. You don't expect me to touch that thing, do you? Want to? Then I'll do it, alright? Jeez. Yeah, she's vain and very prissy, and I think she's a rich programmer, or ex-programmer or something. And she said job she worked at. So maybe she is like early retired or something, or she was married and quit her job when she got married, or so, I don't know. Oh, hold on a second. Hello, yeah, another desk. It's another weird drawer. Nothing in the drawer, yeah. It's not right, though. I know that drawer doesn't really fit, you know. It just looks messy. Let's take it out. Center room drawer. Wait, so there's a mirror on the other side of this drawer. An odd shape. It looks like someone attached the handle with a screw after the fact. Wait a minute. They use a screwdriver on the screw in the center of the handle. Maybe I can... A knob. Aha! Well, that came off easily enough. It looks like a faucet handle. Yeah, it seems a little weird to put it in a wooden drawer like this. Sure, they made it look odd on purpose with a shape like that. There's only one place it could go. Yep. Sweet, the handle I got off that drawer fits into the faucet perfectly. Now I can turn the water on. Junpei, what are you doing? This is pretty obvious, isn't it? I'm running the water. I can see that. Asking you why you're just letting it run like that. Think about it, Lotus. This faucet didn't have a knob when we found it, right? What do you mean? Just watch. Anytime now? Hey, water's filling up. Doesn't that just mean the pipes are clogged? Oh, turned off and out. So did anything change? The water stopped flowing. Thank you, Mr. Obvious. Junpei, I'm leaving this one to you, alright? Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that if we go look on the other side now... I feel like I'm just better at these puzzles all of a sudden. I think I have less nerves and I'm better at this kind of a thing. I'm really proud of that. Getting more skills all the time feels very good. Yep, now it's full and this tile's got to be important. There's water in this room too. Maybe this room too. Well, it turned on the faucet in the other room. Looks like it made water come up through here. So drain in the other room just runs here, and the water from over here is pushed out this tile. Yep. Interesting. I bet the third room's gonna have puzzles that need this. Junpei put the wet tile into his pocket. He's about to turn away when there was a noise behind him.
What the?
Oh no, what? He spun around to see Seven kneeling on the floor. His face was rigid and pale. Drops of sweat covered his forehead.
Hey, what's going on? Are you okay, man? You're sweating like crazy. Are you alright?
He was concerned. He'd never seen Seven like this before. Slowly, the other man lifted himself to his feet on shaky legs.
Yeah, I'm fine.
His face was pale and his breathing was heavy. Sweat was pouring out of his face and staining his shirt.
That's definitely more than just a little dizzy. Are you sure? You don't look so good.
Seven didn't answer. Half his face was twisted as if distorted by extreme pain, and his eyes were glazed. Finally he spoke.
What am I doing here?
Huh?
His words made no sense.
What are you talking about? We opened the number 2 door and walked in here. Don't tell me you forgot.
No, that's not what I mean.
He shook his head several times, trying to clear some from it.
It ain't much, but I think some of my memories came back. I think I've been here before.
Whoa.
Huh?
I said I've been in this room before.
You were here? When? Why?
Aoi.
Whoa.
Like, Nona.
Suddenly Seven was mumbling to himself. They were words Junpei didn't understand. Seven's hoarse voice trailed off, and Junpei couldn't make out what he said.
What the hell was that?
Seven's brow furrowed furiously, and he ground his teeth back and forth.
It's right there. I feel like I'm this close to remembering everything, but I just can't.
Seven stopped, frustrated. He pulled his hat off and ran a hand through his hair. And suddenly he looked up, his eyes wide.
That's right, an experiment. There was some kind of experiment going on this ship.
Okay, that makes sense. That's kind of what we were thinking this was, but... Huh.
An experiment? What sort of experiment?
They were trying to control people. Or something like that.
What the hell are you talking about?
Junpei didn't know what to make of Seven's Wait, did Clover remember some of this too? Instead, he simply stared at Seven to continue. Stared at Seven continued. Because, like, earlier, Clover said something like they were experimenting on people in here, and she looked really sad about that. And, like, that'd be something sad and oof to realize regardless, but, like, what if she knew something about this? About the experiment that happened here?
Aoi, Light, and Nona, those were their names. Well, some of them. The kids that were in the experiment. I think there were 4 or 5 more, but I don't remember all their names. Yeah, that's right. That's why I'm here.
Sim began to mumble to himself and wonder aimlessly about the room. He looked confused. So far as Junpei could tell, the man was simply rambling and there were odd twitches to his movements.
Experiment. Cradle Pharmaceuticals. Was I working that case?
Oh, yep, yeah, he's a detective. Or a cop. Seven continued to mumble himself about things that made no sense, nothing to Junpei. Yeah, I think maybe a cop more. We'll see. Junpei didn't have any answers for him, of course. Couldn't understand what was happening to Seven. All he could do was wait. After a few minutes, Seven finally stopped.
Wait, under this bed.
He crouched down and looked under the bed. His face registered mild surprise and began to mumble to himself again.
The hole's gone? No, maybe it was a different room. There's gotta be a ton of rooms on this boat that look just like this one.
At last, Junpei could contain himself no longer.
Hey, what exactly do you remember? Maybe you could stop talking like a crazy person and tell me what's going on here.
Seven stood up slowly.
Well, it's not like I really remember everything. I've only got bits and pieces, and scattered and don't make much sense.
I don't care. Tell me the bits and pieces then.
Junpei could feel it. Whatever Seven remembered, it was important. Very important.
Okay.
Seven drew a large, muscled hand down across his face. As he wiped the sweat from his brow, he spoke.
From what I can remember, I think I was a cop.
Okay, yep. Thought so. I thought more cop when he said he was working the case.
A cop?
Yeah. I was looking for that group of kids that got kidnapped 9 years ago. You remember that, right? It was all over the news.
Yeah, I was still in school. I don't remember all the details, but I do remember some of it. I think it was a bunch of kids right around my age. They all just disappeared. Nobody knew why. It was all over TV and the newspapers every day. So you're saying you were investigating it?
Yeah, that's what it looks like. I guess I found something. There was this medical company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals that had something to do with those kids. After I figured that out, I managed to get some information out of somebody who worked for them. I think it was...
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Yeah, that had to been it. That's why I went to the wharf.
Holy crap. He definitely looked a good bit younger there, but well, this was years ago.
In the shadows, I searched the harbor until I found the ship he was talking about. There was a bunch of movement there. Men in black suits, many of them carrying large bags. Bags. There was something about the way they moved as they were carried. No doubt about it. There were human beings in those bags. I moved before I realized it. I came out of hiding with my gun already in my hand. Don't move. I felt metal touch the back of my head.
Boy.
Drop the gun. I kept digging the cold metal thing into my skull. There was nothing I could do. I did what he said and laid my gun on the ground. Then suddenly, there was a sharp pain in my neck. A needle. A drug? That was my last thought. My face hit cold concrete. I was out like a light after that. I woke up on a hard floor. Damn it! Shit, my head hurts. Where am I? A small, shabby bed, a dirty sink, a toilet with no privacy. I'd seen it countless times as a cop. I'm in a cell, huh? Facing the toilet was a door set into the wall. I was still pretty woozy, but I made my way over to it. I pushed and pulled on it, but... It won't open. Not like I expected much else. Would be dumb enough to put me in a cell and leave it unlocked. Threw myself against the door a few times, but it wouldn't budge. I knew it. I gave up and made my way back to the bed, and sat down. I sat there for a very, very long time. Who knows how long. Then, I heard a faint voice. The voice was far away. I couldn't understand what it was saying, but I could hear. It was pretty high, probably a little kid. Huh? No, it was several. I hear 5 or 6, maybe.
By the way, the effects on the voice make this so immersive. The sound design is fucking really good.
Where? Where are they coming from? I pressed my ear to the wall and tried to listen through it. No, that's not it.
And the song's awesome, but welcome to this game.
Left. It's coming from under the bed? I hauled on the metal frame and flipped the thing over. And there it was.
Huh.
The bed had hidden an air vent under it. The hole in the wall was covered by a metal grate. I dropped flat on the floor and peered through the grate. I couldn't see shit, but I knew it in my gut. This was where those voices were coming from. Hold on. Why are there kids here? But then what my inside man told me popped into my head.
Tonight, a ship is set to take the children to a large passenger liner docked offshore.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Am I on that ship? It didn't matter. All I knew was I had to get to those kids. I checked out the metal grate. Could I fit? I stuck my fingers in and grabbed it. And then...
Nice. By the way, again, sound design. Fuck yeah. Good shit.
Yeah! How do you like that, you son of a bitch?
I like 7 a lot.
I
love that.
Off.
I love that look on his face, by the way.
Sweat was dripping down my face, so I wiped it off and crawled inside.
Junpei waited for 7 to resume his story. I think that's it, unfortunately. I think that's all he remembers right now. Longer I waited, however, the clearer it became that 7 had no intention of doing so. He had gone silent and simply stared off into the air as his eyes blank.
What happened after that?
He waited long enough, but 7 shook his head.
I don't remember what happens after that. I think I found some kind of door out of the duct, and I think I found some kids, too. Not good. Why can't I remember what happened next?
Ah, man, what happened to the kids, 7? Did you save them?
I don't know. I don't know if it was me. I've got this feeling. I think one of the kids died. A girl, I think.
Huh?
Deep in his heart, Junpei felt something very cold. 7's head dropped, and Junpei saw it on a look of sadness and the likes of which he'd never seen on the man before. The large man's eyes blinked rapidly as if he were fighting back tears, and he swallowed hard. His sigh was like the melancholy setting of an old, abandoned building. He shook his head and spoke.
Anyway, just please don't ask me anymore, okay?
Matt, the way that they described that sigh was great to me. The sigh was like the setting of an old, melancholy building. Whoa.
I really don't remember anything else.
After that, Junpei could hardly try to force any answers out of the other man.
It's fine. Don't push yourself.
Going by what he said,
Junpei left 7 to pull himself together, and instead began thinking everything over.
the children who had been kidnapped 9 years before, apparently a company called Cradle Pharmaceuticals had been behind it all. They'd taken the children to the same ship we're on now. They'd been brought here for an experiment. 7 said it had something to do with controlling human beings. The 16 children who had been kidnapped were the subjects. 7 had said 3 of their names were Aoi, Light, and Nona. I think that's all I got.
Nona, 9, Nonary.
Oh, and 7 is, or was at some point, a cop. I can't really use any of this information anyway. I didn't learn anything about the Nonary game or Zero. Why were we brought to the same ship where they'd done those experiments 9 years ago? And just what the heck is this about controlling human beings? That's nuts. Did they really conduct an experiment like that?
Of course they did. I'm sure there's people in real life, like, that would love that power. You know, people with money and power that have the, like, I'm sure that someone would want that, unfortunately. Although maybe not as much hopefully not very many people in real life actually want that kind of a thing, but there's definitely been a lot of bad intentions that have had a lot of money poured into them for a lot of reasons. Mostly money and stuff. Before long, Junpei realized he'd spent quite some time deep in thought.
I don't have time to just stand here thinking. I need to get moving.
Junpei shook his head quickly to clear it and returned to his investigation, thoughts swirling in his mind. I'm gonna blue design on the mirror of the sink. We got the tile now. Might be the third door, but I'm gonna look in the other room. Bed without a pillow on it, that's pretty much it. Okay, I think we can't look under this one, can we? No. I feel like, at this point, Junpei should be looking under all the beds, but it looks like you can't. In the other room, the river and spring went together to solve the puzzle. Does that mean there might be a similar puzzle with this mirror? Or there's nothing else here apart from the mirror? Maybe we just need to pair something with this mirror. Sink, but there's no light shining on it. It's hard to be sure because it's so dark here, but I don't think there's anything going on with this sink. Also, it's too hard to turn. You just barely see a mirror from the light coming through the ceiling. Sure would be nice if that mirror was a little lower down. The same height as the mirror on the right. That means, oh, I think... drawer without handle. The mirror is hanging the same height as the one on the right. So, all I'm gonna be able to use this mirror for is reflecting stuff, right? There's something... That's something to do with it. Do you want to break it? I think it's a good idea. The only difference in whether or not they're reflecting any light. I think you should... Well, either way, let's look in here. Toilet paper is still white enough. You know what it is, even in the dark. Nothing out of the ordinary about it. 14 equals E. E equals E in red. I think I saw 14 in red somewhere else. That's something I'm carrying around with me. Equals E. There's lighting here. It's just one beam of light. The place is too dark. I can't see anything. There's no way I can explore the rest of this room. But, let's see. I have a feeling you need to reflect that light, but I can't seem to trigger the ability to do that. Wait, this might be the wrong one. No, it's the door without handle, right? Yes. Door without handle. Oh yeah, there's always a drawer too. It's gotta be part of a puzzle, but... Equals E. The tiles, we found tiles here are the same size. Tiles? There's supposed to be more than one? Touch the tiles on the doors. Oh, that's something weird. I can move these tiles. That means... swap tiles. All the tiles are the same size. Okay, so we need more tiles. Door on the back. Tried a couple things. Yeah, same result. So I wasn't about to do anything. Oh well. Door back won't open. How do I reflect it? I just realized. Wait a minute. What if I do it from this angle, this direction? Oh, oh, wrong direction. Third door. No, I can't seem to... Okay, I can't seem to do anything with it this way. It has to be that one. Oh yeah, wait, hold on. Gotta figure out where to reflect the light. Okay, yeah. Go somewhere that's a little easier to shine the light on. Oh, here we go, okay. I'll shine light on the mirror in the back. Yeah, here we go. Here we go. Maybe I had to, like, look at the top part of the beam specifically. That's very confusing if that's the case, because when you select it, it lights up the whole beam, so that's very confusing. I think that might be it. I'm not sure why, though. Or maybe it just had to be a certain number of times, but I feel like it might be the top of the beam, which doesn't make sense for the reason I just said. But oh well. Not quite intuitive, but I figured it out. Is that a number? So if I shine a light on this mirror, then I get to see some numbers. Considering the crazy logic that this whole game is, and it's supposed to be a puzzle, thinking outside the box and trying all things is obviously part of it. See some numbers, 4 and 7. I see a 4 on the left, 7 on the right. 4 and 7. Shine the mirror. This one. Sun and moon. I get it. If I shine light on a mirror, symbol appears. Left side is sun, right side is moon symbol. Remember this. 4, 7. Does that mean that 4 and 7 coincide with sun and moon for some reason? I still can't do that, right? Yeah, that's right. It's just like that sun symbol we saw in the dark room. Yeah, that's right. There was some kind of number hint there, too. Maybe the number was how many times we took a piss. No, it's not how many times we flushed. Wait a minute. Oh, thank you! Although, is that even flushable? Well, hold on. Hold on a second. So, here we go. I'm getting somewhere now. 4, 7. So, yep, sun is 4, moon is 7. So, did you just hear something? I did, but it doesn't look like anything's happened here. What that sound was, Well, either way, I know that in this one, man, he's, Zero's such a genius. And now that I've got more of a head for this game, I'm just flowing through these puzzles and it's addicting. Very addicting. I think, honestly, it might have been less a head for this game and more just, like, learning how to focus when I play this stuff and commentate this stuff, I think. Toilet is vile. It's surprising those refuse to go anywhere near it. Okay, but yeah, 7. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's that sound again. It happens whenever I pull that string a couple times. Junpei, did you hear something from the other room? Other room, you mean from the dark room? Yes. Okay. Aha! And 2 more tiles. Door opens easily enough. Oh, yep. So, replace the E's with these. That's obvious. Alright. There's 2 more. Alright, so. Wait, what? Wait, really? Nah. Like, we should use the tiles here. Still rooms that haven't been checked yet? Are you sure? Okay, yeah. Haven't been checked my ass? What am I missing? The fuck could I possibly be missing? What the hell have I not checked? I can't possibly fathom. Ceiling. So that's a ceiling, huh? What if it's ceiling oh my god. The pods! Always ceiling. Oh, it's it looks like it's, yeah, it's done. He's done being punny for the moment. Rooms I haven't checked my ass! I'm going to look up what to do here, because there seems to be no hint at what the fuck I haven't checked, apparently. I hope this isn't some bug that soft-locked me or something. I looked it up, so apparently, and I probably should have figured this. I might have figured it if I kept thinking for a while, but yeah. You took out 2 drawers, so it sort of makes sense that this is apparently, according to the guide I just read, what I'm supposed to do. Sound like something falling. What was that? I heard it too. Let's open the drawer. Aha, okay, another one. Alright, it doesn't even let you do this until you have 4, because there's 4 E's in that, isn't there? I say that, but... I think it's really just as simple as... We'll say, though. I don't think the lines mean anything, but we'll say. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4 E's. Let's crack the mystery then. Get 4 tiles. Okay. I'm not even going to read these, because I almost guarantee you. It's literally this simple. There we go. Bam. Hey, did you just hear something unlock? Does that mean we got it, right? Yes, it looks like we did. The 14 hidden on the tile. You convert that to hexadecimal, it's an E. Basically the E's an emergence, the 14's from the tiles. So we place it, tiles, that gives up the answer. Really care why it worked? Let's just get out of here. Also, how the hell did that unlock it? I bet there's not really mechanisms that do this kind of thing in real life, but who knows. Yes, let's go. Hey, there we go. Alright. If I can save as soon as... If I can save, like, right here before I read shit. Yes. Then we're saving here. So, I hope y'all enjoyed those last couple of episodes now. This would be about 2. Yeah, this will be 2. So I hope y'all have lovely days. Like, comment, subscribe if you'd like to. That helped me out a lot. I also stream on Twitch. I might revise the schedule I've got for a lot of reasons, actually. But I intend to stream on Twitch. That's basically what I can tell you right now, because I'm revamping my schedule. I just don't know exactly how yet. Anywho, friends, I hope y'all have lovely days, and I will see y'all in my next video or other peaceful content. And I hope y'all have lovely ones and treat each other very kindly. And do what you love, friends. And have lovely lives. Wow.